everyone, welcome to our brand new series Simplified NCERT Biology. Today we'll be dealing with the first chapter in the 6th class NCERT, that is food components. I'm Shruti and altogether we'll be learning about some of the amazing stuff that we have in our food. This video is going to be easy and fun, and towards the end you will be able to make some better food choices so that you can strive towards a healthy and a nourished life. So by the way, let's begin and start this episode. So students, the food that we eat is mostly made up of plant ingredients or animal ingredients. Sometimes we also use other ingredients, say for example like the salt, which is neither a plant ingredient nor an animal ingredient. Okay. Now in all of these kinds of ingredients, there are some components which are very important for our health. They are nutrients. Now, what are nutrients? Nutrients are some important substances which are very important for our healthy growth, lifestyle, and also for the growth and repair of our body. Now, there are 5 major types of nutrients that we get through this food. Now, let us talk about these nutrients in detail. First, let's understand what are the 5 major types of nutrients. First one being the carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, and minerals. Talking about these carbohydrates and fats, both of them come under the energy-giving foods. Proteins come under the body-building foods, whereas minerals and vitamins, both of them come under the protective foods. Students, in addition to these 5 kinds of nutrients, we also have roughage, the dietary fibers, and the water. Okay, so total these 7 components are very important components of our food. Now, how do we test their presence? We have some identification tests which are very important. Let's discuss them. First, talking about the carbohydrate test. In order to test for the presence of carbohydrate, you just need to take the food sample which is mashed, like you mash a potato and test it. Okay. So in this picture, you can see when you add dilute solution of iodine to this food sample, it will turn blue-black, which indicates the presence of starch. For the protein test, you will be taking the protein sample, the food sample, and to this food sample, make it a solution, like you just add few drops of water and make a solution of it. To this, you will be adding 2% copper sulfate and 10% sodium hydroxide. For this, you need to make solutions first, and from them, just take 2 drops of copper sulfate solution and 10 drops of sodium hydroxide solution and add it to the main test tube. Now, here, there must be a violet color appearance. Upon the appearance, you can confirm the presence of proteins. Now, the third test is for fats. It is very simple. You can just take any random nuts or fat sample and you have to rub it on the paper. If the paper turns translucent or leaves an oily patch like shown in the picture, it shows the presence
So students, now that we understood what are nutrients, now we'll understand what is the specific importance of each and every nutrient in detail. First, let's talk about the energy-giving foods, the carbohydrates and fats. Carbohydrates are actually the hydrates of carbon, meaning they contain carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen in them. They provide instant energy to our body and are obtained from the whole grains like rice, bajra, wheat, maize, etc. And also we obtain from staple foods, sweet potato, sugarcane, fruits like papaya, melon, mango, etc. Now let's talk about fats. Fats being hydrocarbons, they're mostly made up of hydrogen and carbon elements and they don't have oxygen. And the most important thing is they give double energy as compared to that of fats. As compared to that of carbohydrates. Please correct it in the PDF as well as compared to the carbs. Okay, so they give double energy as compared to the carbohydrates. That's why you have to eat fats in a sparing amounts. Okay. Now you get fats from both the plant and animal sources. From plant sources, you get them from the nuts, and from animal sources, ghee, milk, meat, fish, eggs, cream, butter are some sources. Now let's talk about the body-building foods, that is protein. Protein is needed for the growth and repair of the body and also your muscle growth. That is the reason why the people who work out in the gym maintain a protein diet, because it promotes the muscle growth. Okay, and you get protein from both animal and plant sources. Paneer is one of the animal source which is made from milk, and you have equal amounts of proteins and fats here, a little more or less, but paneer is not the sole source of protein. Okay, it also has high amounts of fat in it. Now meat, fish, eggs, milk, some other animal sources. Gram, all types of dal, beans, pea, etc. are plant sources. Talking about protective foods protect us from various types of infections, and they're mostly divided into 2 types, vitamins and minerals. Now vitamins are bigger molecules, the formula is also big, they are compounds of carbon. Okay, but minerals do not have any carbon in them. They are simple inorganic elements. Say for example, simple sodium, simple iodine. Okay, they are not bigger molecules. Okay, so vitamins are bigger than minerals, and there are different kinds of vitamins. Let us talk about few. Okay, vitamin A, we get it from papaya, carrot, mango, and all the kinds of orange and yellow fruits. It's very important for your vision and skin health. Now, vitamin B is a complex of vitamin which includes B1, B2, B3, B5, B7, B9, B6, B12, and you'll study about each of them in your higher sections. They're very important for the nervous system function, brain function, and the formation of red blood cells. You get them from the leafy vegetables, cereals, and milk products. Talking about vitamin C, this is the most famous vitamin during COVID times. I hope everyone knows that vitamin C improves our immunity, that is, disease fighting capacity. Okay, so you get it from the citrus fruits, basically orange, lemon, amla, guava, tomato, etc. Now, vitamin D, you get it from the milk products and also fish and egg, and they're very important because vitamin D helps our body to use calcium for healthy bones and teeth. Now, vitamin E and K are not mentioned in your textbook, but it's essential to know about them as well. Vitamin E also strengthens your disease fighting system, that is immune system. You get it from the nuts, leafy vegetables, etc. Vitamin K is very important for blood clotting, and you get it from the cereals and leafy vegetables. Now, sun exposure does not give you vitamin D from sun rays. Okay, that is a myth. When you stand in sun rays, what happens is the exposure helps your body to prepare vitamin D inside your body. Okay, so if nowadays people are mostly living in their own houses, not able to get up so early, so insufficient exposure to sunlight is causing vitamin D deficiency. Now, talking about minerals, I told you that they are very much required for development and good working of the body. Examples: iodine, you get it from the seafood, sea fish, prawns, shrimps, ginger, etc., and iodized salt as well. Phosphorus, you get it from milk, banana, chili, rice, and wheat. Iron, very important for hemoglobin formation. You get it from fruits like apple and pear. You get it from the leafy vegetables like spinach, dry fruits, etc. And calcium, you get them from milk products. Now, if any particular food, we can't say that only one single nutrient is present in one single food. Okay, the more the nutrient, a particular nutrient, we say that it is rich in that particular nutrient. For example, rice has more carbohydrate, so we say rice is rich in carbohydrate. Okay. Now, let's talk about roughage. Roughage is nothing but dietary fibers. Okay. Now, when you eat a food, okay, say for example, you eat lady's finger. The peel of the lady's finger is very rich in fiber. When you eat lady's finger curry, entire nutrients are absorbed from it, and the bulk, the fiber content is left along with your undigested food. Okay. Now, what is happening? Your undigested food content is becoming more. When your undigested food is becoming more in your intestines, what will happen? It easily passes out through the anus. Understood? So, more fibers in your body, what it will do, as they are not digested, as they do not give nutrition content, they just add bulk to your undigested food and help in easy elimination of waste. If you don't eat sufficient fibers, you may get pain during excretion. Okay, this is called constipation. You get fibers from whole grains, pulses, potatoes, fresh fruits, etc. Now, water is very much important because water helps our body to absorb nutrients from the food. When you eat food, for the movement of food through the digestive system also, you require water, and it helps in eliminating waste also. How? Water helps in excretion. How it will help? In the form of urine and sweat. Okay, so we get water not only from the liquids we drink, but also from the food we eat. Say for example, you eat watermelon, tomato, cucumber, even then you get water content. Okay. Now, when you eat all these things together, students, that means all the 5 nutrients, roughage and water in your food. If your diet is containing all these things, then your diet is called a balanced diet. Now, do you know something? While cooking, if you wash rice or cut and peeled vegetables again and again, it may result in loss of nutrients from them. For example, tomato, we'll add tomato almost at the end of the curry preparing phase. Why? Because vitamin C easily gets destroyed while cooking, so we keep it for the last. We save it for the last. Okay. Now, let's talk about what happens if you eat these nutrients in excess or in less quantities. Whenever you eat anything in excess, okay, this leads to a condition called obesity, especially when you're taking more amounts of fat. Okay, it results in overweight and many cardiovascular disorders. We'll talk about it. We'll save it for later. Now, talking about deficiency diseases, if you're not taking the nutrients properly, especially the micronutrients properly, you may get the deficiency diseases. Macronutrients also result in deficiency diseases, but first let's talk about the vitamin and mineral deficiency. Whenever vitamin A is not taken properly, it results in loss of vision and night blindness, or if it is not treated properly, it may result in complete loss of vision as well. Now, vitamin B1 deficiency causes beriberi, where muscles become very weak and the person always has less energy to work. Vitamin C deficiency results in scurvy in the sense where the gums start bleeding because they become weak and there'll be delay in wound healing. Now, let's talk about vitamin D. This actually the deficiency of vitamin D results in rickets, where the bones become soft and they even bend. Calcium deficiency results in tooth decay and weak bones because it's very important for health of bone and teeth. Iodine deficiency results in goiter, where a gland called thyroid gland in the neck becomes swollen. And it also results in mental disability in children. And iron deficiency causes anemia, which results in weakness because hemoglobin cannot be formed properly. As a result, oxygen is not supplied to the cells properly, which results in less energy production. Now, on some food, students, you might have watched this logo, and this logo is called, and this logo is a logo for fortified foods. Fortified in the sense, whenever say for example iodine is added to the salt, so that the people who are living in hilly areas, they started getting lots of iodine deficiency cases. But salt is a common thing which is used by each and every person in the society. So government took an initiative of adding the salt into, adding iodine into the salt, and introduced salt as a fortified food. Right now, fortification is nothing but adding some key vitamins and minerals to normal regular foods. Okay, so this will improve their natural nutrition content. Okay, so therefore salt plus iodine mineral, when added, we call it as a fortified iodized salt. Okay, this is the iodized salt. So this is actually this logo is according to the standards of FSSAI, which is Food Safety and Standards Authority of India. Okay,